Hey everyone, sorry for the delay in releasing this episode. There are 3 available pieces of media for this. This one is going to be a little more than an hour long. There is a shorter cut that doesn't have the digressions in it. And then there's also another cut that only has the digressions in it. So you can look at the 2 annotations on the screen right here and click one of those if you prefer one of those instead. This is mostly going to be audio only. There will be auditory cues if you need to look at the screen for something. So please enjoy, and don't forget to subscribe so you can know whenever the stream is going to be. Because we are still doing the stream this week, even though I had to delay it. And it might just include a little something extra. So tune in for it. Enjoy.
In the night speeds toward the dawn, babe. Time to head for golden light. For that great taste, yeah, it's my morning place. Oh, McDonald's. Oh, McDonald's for breakfast. You are beautiful. Hey! It's a beautiful morning.
The Dick Show and Maddox vs. Maddox, Episode 4. Hello everyone, and we're going to try another new format this time, and hopefully it's a little bit quicker and more focused. And since none of you seem to object to Mumkey being on, here he is again.
Hey, what's up, buddy? We really got shit on from that last video, didn't we?
Yeah, we kind of did. There were
I blame
more
you.
dislikes.
I think it's completely your fault. You fucking put Sh00s sucks in the title of the video. I mean, if I was a fan or whatever and I saw that shit, I'd give it a dislike too. I think you earned that fucking onslaught of dislikes, you fuck.
Oh, yeah?
Hating on Sh00s. Sh00s is great.
Oh, Sh00s is not great.
Every single one of those thumbs down was really a thumbs up for me because I fought in favor of Sh00s.
Oh, as if people even listened that far. Anyway, Mumkey, there's a couple of points that I'm totally going to hit you on over the course of this recording.
Oh, bring it on. I can take it.
And also, happy 4th of July, everybody. We're recording on the night of the 4th of July. You're going to hear fireworks popping loudly in the background of my recording.
Are you telling me
awesome.
that you and I on the 4th of July night are not out partying with friends or watching fireworks with girls? We're at home alone talking about podcasts?
I'm going to attempt to remedy that situation as soon as we're done with this recording.
Whereas I am going to go into the other room and cry into my hand and then use my tears as lube to jerk off to my own sadness.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But that's typical of any night for me, not just 4th of July.
Okay. Let's hop to it and talk about Madoff.
He's a bitch.
Yes, he is.
So this week, Madoff, he was focused on Brexit, which I already knew his cards on this because as soon as it happened, he got up on his Twitter and his Facebook and posted this big snarky thing, pretty much saying he supported to stay. So we already knew what he really felt before the podcast even started.
What a cuck. All right, that's very predictable. I'm not surprised by that at all. That was my guess.
You hadn't seen those posts?
No, I didn't. I didn't happen to see those posts somehow or other.
Don't follow Maddox on Facebook or Twitter. You'll just lose any respect for him that you already had.
As if anyone has any more respect for him left. So the guests on Maddox this time were Lord Matthew and Ron Babcock.
Yeah.
Babcock. Ron Babcock. At the opening of Maddox's show, they had Ron use some reverse psychology on the audience for his upcoming shows.
That's right.
And we had Lord Matthew, who is a developer for Madcast, apparently, and he is British.
Very much so.
Yes, and they talked about the upcoming app for Madcast Network.
Which is pretty fucking ironic, considering Maddox made a whole video shitting on people who like apps, and he hates apps and all that shit.
That's Maddox versus Maddox. Do you happen to have the Maddox versus Maddox song? Because I need it.
I don't, but I'm sure we could find it on Bandcamp or whatever that website is called.
SoundCloud?
Yeah.
All right, see if you can find that for me. I might use it in this episode.
Sure, yeah. I'll ask everybody in the Dick Show Facebook group, which you should join if you haven't already.
Oh, yeah, I should definitely join that. Yeah, I didn't know they had one.
Yeah, it's great. It's where you can get all these exclusive clips of Dick on the Dr. Phil show and stuff.
Oh, yeah, nice. All right, I will have to join up with that. So, they mentioned that the British have to shorten everything. I thought that was pretty funny. The t-shirt gag returned in force.
Of course, I have a feeling that's going to happen in every single episode now. Maddox is going to milk that for all it's worth.
Well, Maddox isn't even the one doing it.
Well, I mean, he chooses to show voicemails or to present voicemails that specifically ask about it and stuff. So, I mean, it's still part of what he's doing.
Well, if you look at his Twitch streams, they've dwindled very low. It may be he has very limited voicemails to choose from.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, and speaking of the Twitch streams, Sh00s, you are an asshole. Leave me alone.
Oh. Is that a friendly comment, or do you actually hate this person?
I don't necessarily hate him, but he's threatening my YouTube channel, and that's not cool.
Oh, okay.
The guy essentially hates me because of some stuff from the Twitch streams that doesn't even matter. And he went and literally opened all at once every single one of my public videos and disliked every single one of them. Which only helps me, by the way. Thank you, Sh00s. You stupid asshole.
I think all you're doing by saying this is inviting every single person listening to do the exact same thing. Because if I was listening to this and somebody complained about dislikes, I would go and dislike all of their shit immediately.
But that's wasting your life.
Yeah, it's not a waste though, because I'm gaining because you're suffering.
Oh no, it's a complete waste of life to do that.
You underestimate the value of everybody else's time.
Okay, I guess if you're a cuck and your time isn't valuable, you can go ahead and give people lots of views and dislike their videos.
Sure.
But,
I mean, personally, whenever I see a mean comment or like a bunch of dislikes on one of my videos, I see that as a success because I got a negative emotional reaction out of somebody. And any emotional reaction at all is what I'm going for. Either I want you to laugh and bring joy to you, or I want you to suffer and feel like shit. So both likes and dislikes are equally pleasing to me.
No, that's fine, but if it has to be a genuine dislike, it cannot just be, oh, hey, I don't like you, so I'm going to go dislike all of your videos. That's not a genuine dislike.
He froze time, watched all of your videos, unfroze time, and then gave them a genuine dislike.
Well, if he did, he gave me retention, so again, thank you. So, Sh00s, leave me alone. Don't come to my YouTube. Don't watch my videos. Unless you decide you want to be mature and stop being, a little bitch about it.
I promise you, Sh00s is not listening to this 7 minutes in.
You're right.
He probably isn't. He disliked this video and left a long time ago.
Dang it. Yeah, that's true.
He already won.
Well, no, I already won because dislikes are just as helpful to channels as likes are.
Oh, okay.
Haha. Thanks, Sh00s. You ass.
So overall, what'd you think of Maddox's guests?
I thought they were good. I especially liked Lord Matthew. Lord Matthew was pretty hilarious.
I liked his worries that his vacation was now going to be twice as expensive.
Yeah, that was funny.
It's like, wow, I lost money just by existing.
Man, I need someone to give me a buzzer every time I say the word I want to replace that with a Trump quote like you're doing on your gaming videos when you say baby.
Don't even get me started. I'll get on a baby train that I won't be able to get off of.
Yeah, you will, baby.
I'm watching too much fucking video game donkey, and he says it all the time, and it's rubbing off on me.
Mm-hmm. Back to the topic of Rucka Rucka Ali. I just want to thank Rucka for the t-shirt gag because it's hilarious. Next point they did Tom Phillips. That was Sh00s.
It sure was. He was on both podcasts this week.
Yeah, but Mumkey, you were wrong.
No.
Because Sh00s was not Dick's guest co-host. Sh00s was just
I just said he was going to be on the show. I didn't say he was going to be the guest.
You totally implied he was going to be the guest.
You know what they say about assumptions? They make an ass out of you and you, because I'm flawless.
Okay, Mumkey. Mr. I play video games on a frickin' keyboard.
You fucking bet I do.
Stop doing that, man.
I mean, when you play video games on a keyboard at home, you still hear the clicking of the keys, so how's it any fucking different when you hear it from me?
I don't play video games on keyboard. I play them on a controller, like you should be doing. Like you have no excuse not to be doing.
Hey, I started it, and the controller still makes little clicking noises and shit.
They're not nearly as bad. Just do the controller, Mumkey. Do us all a favor.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, good. You listen to me, because I'm smart.
But I'm not fixing my aspect ratio. Fuck you.
Well, okay, if you want to shoot your own quality in the foot, that's fine.
I think it looks better the way that I stretch it out.
It would look better if there was more space to show the Pokemon, which would happen if you would correct the aspect ratio.
It would look better if I made the static images on the screen bigger and the actual thing that people stare at the whole time smaller.
Yes.
I disagree with that.
It's the Pokemon space is a little too small.
I think it's too big, to be honest. I think, if anything, the bigger thing should be the moving picture.
Oh, we just spent 2 minutes talking about your gaming channel.
Yeah, free advertisement. Woo! Go subscribe!
Right.
Don't. You're not going to.
Okay, everyone, you can go subscribe to Mumkey and Manimal's Gaming Expedition now.
Sure. If you like hearing me talk about stupid bullshit, I mean, you must, because you're already 11 and a half minutes into this.
Yeah, anyone who's still with us probably would be interested in listening to Mumkey talk about Drake and Josh while Manimal plays Shadowrun.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, so Tom Phillips was pretty funny. That segment was all right. I got to give it to him for that. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, I didn't even watch E3, and I don't really follow video game news, but the fact that I don't, and he still could make it funny, is evidence that Sh00s does not suck, you motherfucker.
You're running a gaming channel, and you don't keep up with video game news.
We only play video games that we played when we were 8 years old. We don't give a fuck about news shit. At least I don't.
You frickin' man-children.
Man-children? The man-child would be the one obsessed with the news shit.
No.
Is there anything more of a man-child than a grown man who obsesses over new video game news? Or the guy who plays the old nostalgic shit just for fun? What's more of a man-child? Go ahead and vote in the comments.
I think they're both man-children, I guess. Maddox is a pretty big man-child, and he keeps up with all the news, so okay.
Sure.
All right, I guess we have ourselves a debate like on the Maddox show, so...
I've always wanted to have my own debate show where I just make shit up and make up shitty excuses and arguments, just like we've all enjoyed for the last 2 years. For all you know, I don't even like Sh00s. I just give him praises because you dislike him.
You would do that, you satirist master. What's your next freaking anime review? You gotta drop a little hint here.
Yeah, so I've been hinting this for a while, but I'm working on a big secret project that I think it'll be done in the next week or two. But the only hint I've been giving is that if you like monkeys, you will love this big secret project. And it's probably the biggest thing I've ever done, and probably the biggest thing I will do for quite a while.
Well, yeah, I hope you go back to releasing anime videos pretty frequently, because those are really good.
Yeah, I'll probably go back to the once or twice a week format. This is actually the 2-week anniversary of my most recent one, so I'm not too far behind the usual schedule.
Meanwhile, I actually really need to get back to my own anime reviews. I watched some shows for the first time in like a couple of weeks last night, so I'm making progress towards that end.
I like how at the beginning of this video you said it's going to be shorter and we're not going to meander with random shit, and now that's all we're doing.
Yeah, we have just completely taken this off the rails, but I hope people will enjoy it, because we are making some good bants here, so maybe this will get actual listening going. All right, dragging this back onto the topic of Dick and Maddox. I liked the guests, especially Lord Matthew. Sh00s was funny for once on Maddox's show here. Damn it. Send me some Trump quotes to replace those with.
Yeah, sure. Shouldn't you be the Trump expert? It's your fucking profile picture on Steam. Or, I mean on
true.
Skype.
It's my profile picture pretty much everywhere.
Trump's gonna make anime real.
Yeah, he's gonna make anime real. Gotta represent.
So what do you think of the Brexit problem? Do you think Maddox fairly debated both sides of the argument?
Sort of. I do think that Maddox had better arguments in favor of leaving than he did for staying, and that was indicated by the votes, I feel.
And that's most likely because in real life he actually believes that. So of course you'd have better arguments in favor of that.
Well, he actually believes in stay rather than go, and he argued for go better.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misheard what you said.
Yeah, don't you agree that he argued for go better?
Yeah, actually I do.
Mm-hmm. They had a discussion of that crazy EU law that dictates that bananas and cucumbers can't be curved too much. That was amazingly ridiculous.
What pissed me off even more was the video camera law, where it stops recording after like 10 minutes automatically for no fucking reason. Like, that would piss me off if I was trying to make my videos over in fucking Europe. I would just be pissed every 10 minutes.
Yeah, I found that completely unbelievable.
Fuck their retarded laws.
Yeah. So those were very good arguments in favor of ditching the thing.
Speaking of ditching the thing, did you see the news today? All of the guys who led the Leave campaign, they've all abandoned it now. Even Nigel Farage, or whatever the fuck his name is, this morning he left it too. He's like, I'm done.
But when Maddox used that as a reason for his Leave arguments, that was an appeal to misplaced authority. Just a bunch of people with buyer's remorse. That was a fallacy. There was another fallacy where Maddox argued against Brexit by saying that Russia supports it, and nobody buzzed it somehow, but that was a fallacy as well. I can't remember the name specifically of that fallacy, but it definitely was one. Ron said some stuff about how the Confederate economy was really crap in the Civil War, and I thought that was really funny. And Sean with the zinger read my mind, says, give it a month about the Great Britain's pound value. Yeah. Agreed with Sean very much on that. And Lord Matthew said that British people were very surprised that it occurred, given that they hate change even more than most people do. And nothing interesting ever happens there.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, apparently they don't vote for interesting things very often at all. And another Maddox versus Maddox. He cited economists in his arguments.
Oh, that's a good point.
And we know that on The Biggest Problem in the Universe, Maddox railed against economists, calling them basically glorified psychics.
Right.
Near the end, they had a long discussion about their wieners, which was a little bit weird and random. And then there was even more VR talk.
That's right. He's obsessed with the... what's it called?
I don't know, the Oculus Rift.
Yeah, Oculus Rift. I can't wait until Maddox gets one. I'm sure he's going to make a video about it.
Oh, man. Maddox is going to go so nuts with that. Oh, boy.
He's probably going to gain all that weight back.
Yeah, he's probably going to sink himself into an even bigger hole, too. He'll be so much less productive when that whole VR thing makes a lot of advancement.
I'm willing to bet his new book doesn't come out for another year.
Oh, it could be, but on his show he did mention that he is apparently close to his deadline for that book, so he's got to do something, although it seems like he's not going to get it fully done in time, and he'll probably have to delay it by some amount. Finally, a caller left a voicemail that dished out one of the best insults I've ever heard. He called Madoff an egg, and they asked for a t-shirt.
Why is egg so offensive, do you think?
Well, I think egg is a especially effective insult for Maddox because Maddox is bald.
Yeah.
Yeah. He is an egg, and he's also an egghead, so it's doubly...
But egghead is a good thing, right?
Well, not to the extent that Maddox is.
Egghead means you're smart.
No, it's like the Rainbow Dash application dog calling you a nerd.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, frick, dude. You're so behind on your animes.
Fuck. I'd probably get a good amount of attention if I made a My Little Pony video, but I don't want to watch an episode of it, so I'd have to just talk about the fans or something.
The first 2 seasons were good, and the third was utterly horrible. 4th and 5th were mediocre. I haven't even looked at the 6th. I can't believe I watched a lot of that. Although I only watched some of seasons 4 and 5. At that point, I was starting to be like, there's not enough consistent quality here.
What do you mean by quality?
Basically, the problem with My Little Pony is that the writing is incredibly inconsistent. They have several writers on the show, and some of them are absolutely great, and some of them are absolutely horrible. And then some of them are hit and miss. So it's basically all over the place. You never know if you're going to get a great episode or a horrible episode, unless it's a Spike episode, in which case it's always a horrible episode, because Spike is one of the worst characters ever made, but that's about the size of it.
I don't see, even if an episode has great writing, I don't see what the appeal to somebody like me would be, or like, what am I getting out of this that I find entertaining? Why wouldn't I just go watch The Simpsons or King of the Hill if I wanted to watch a cartoon?
It's cute. It's basically an anime with horses.
It's ponies, not horses, please.
It's an inside joke. You call them horses. Gosh, your pop culture knowledge, man, is lacking. Okay, but anyway, yeah. It's basically a cute girls anime with freaking horses. So that's why people like it. It's different, it's innovative, it's cute, but then the writing just kind of became too inconsistent and became meh. It's not cool anymore because of that.
So what else about the Madoff show do you want to discuss?
Well, it clocked in about an hour and 17 minutes, so they put out a good length episode this time. This was much more like it.
Yeah, both of the
and
shows
overall,
did, yeah.
Overall, the quality was pretty darn good. I thought this episode was quite good.
I agree. It's definitely, of the 4 he's done so far, it's either the best or the second best.
Oh, yeah, I would probably say it's the best one. Second best would be the second one.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Dick Show?
Yeah, let's do it.
So their guest on the Dick Show was Joey Clift. He's got an interesting concept for his podcast about wrestling called You Should Love Wrestling, where he tries to convince his friend to love wrestling.
I wasn't convinced.
Oh, did you listen to an episode?
No, just from all the arguments you gave during the Dick Show, I was not convinced.
Well, I tried listening to it. You gotta watch whatever match they're talking about, though, to get it in the episode. So you've gotta really invest a decent chunk of time to actually listen to an episode and really get anything out of it.
Yeah, it sounded like if you follow wrestling, you have to watch like fucking 15 hours a week of shows. That's a lot.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Like, I watch fucking Big Brother, and that's only 3 hours a week. I can't imagine watching fucking 5 different shows that are 3 hours long.
Really, you could just get by with watching SmackDown or Raw or both. Ideally both. And you'll be mostly up on everything if you see SmackDown and Raw. I used to watch SmackDown with quite a bit of regularity back in the day. Kind of fell out of it after a point. I tried more recently to get back into it with Raw, but Raw is too long. 3 hours is too long. It should be a 2-hour show like SmackDown. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do 3 hours every week. It's too much time.
I'll go on record of saying that the guest ruined the episode for me, to the point where I almost had to turn it off.
Holy crap. Okay. Here we go. Mumkey and Critic have a big disagreement about the Dick Show.
Well, like, here's like the thing, like with the guest, I couldn't like really like listen to like what he was like saying, because like every like other like word was like and like you know, like what I'm like saying, like isn't it like hard to like listen to like somebody talking like this like all like the time, like.
Man, it wasn't that bad.
Dude,
I didn't even notice.
Dude, as soon as I picked up on it, it's all I could hear. Try to listen to the episode again. You'll fucking want to rip out your ears.
Okay, so Mumkey got bothered by the episode because he's autistic.
Because the guy can't speak clearly. Hey, if you want to listen to a fucking Valley Girl talk and you think that's acceptable listening, then go ahead. But me, I'd rather listen to people who understand the concept of filler words and how to avoid them.
Both of us have a problem occasionally with using filler words.
Well, sure, but I don't do it in every single sentence for 40% of the sentence. I think ums and likes and pauses, I do them all the time, of course, but he did it. It was legitimately 40% of what he would say in any given sentence.
40%?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Oh, I fucking promise you, especially the further they went into the podcast, the worse it got. Where, like, 50 minutes in, I almost turned it off.
Wow, Mumkey.
Otherwise, I liked the guy. I liked that he doesn't drink. I thought he was very interesting. I enjoyed all of the banter with Dick, but just his vocal quirk pissed me off, and it was very difficult to listen to.
I guess I'm glad I didn't notice it either time I listened then.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing.
Mumkey, by the way, why do you drink in your videos? You should probably stop that. It's
I only do it
not good for you.
I only do it for the thrill of the challenge.
But you could do other things, like you could drink super strong coffee and that would be just as good and produce just as funny of a result.
So far I've only drank twice in videos that have been released so far. One was to make Pokemon even more difficult than it already was, because I would be mentally impaired.
So, yeah, and I believe one of your Pokemon at least could have survived if you were not drunk at the time.
Do you watch my videos with the annotations turned on? Because I inserted an annotation into that video to explain that Haunter was going to die no matter what because he was hit with Mean Look, so even if I tried to switch out, he would have been stuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Graveler?
So Graveler, I thought that he could take an Outrage, but he couldn't. And if I would have switched to anybody, they would have died as well. So I'm glad that Graveler died instead of somebody else.
So both of those deaths were not preventable?
The first one was unpreventable. The second one was an accepted sacrifice.
So someone had to die the second time, you think?
Yeah, I mean, Dragonite's fucking level 60 Dragonite with Outrage. That's going to do hefty damage to anybody. Nobody really had that high of special defense. Or is Dragon in that generation normal defense? Or normal attack? I don't know.
It's normal attack.
So yeah, Graveler was a good choice. He has the highest defense of anybody. And it wasn't super effective. But yeah, he got fucking wiped out.
If I recall correctly, it was a critical?
I don't remember.
It's your video.
You've seen it more recently than I have.
True.
As soon as I upload videos, I never watch them again because I can't stand to listen to my own voice.
Oh, okay.
Like, I have to, when you're editing something, you see and hear it 10, 15, 20 times. That's enough for me. I never have to watch any of these videos again.
Mm-hmm. But isn't alcohol really gross, though?
Yeah, I hate it.
So why do it? You should definitely find a different
Because
thing.
I think it's more entertaining to listen to somebody suffer than to listen to somebody enjoy their existence.
Oh, but it's bad for you, though. You should do something less unhealthy.
Having a couple shots once in a month or so isn't unhealthy, I would say.
At your age, yeah, it is.
At 21?
Yeah, that's still too early. That's your brain's still got things to connect.
Oh, fuck off, Mom.
I'm your mom now.
Man,
weird. Okay.
What fucking world do you live in? Do you know how many 13-year-olds are getting wasted right now? I think it's fine that I take a couple shots every now and then.
It's still not good for you, man. I'm just looking out.
Fuck them, dude. You know what would be good for me is if I exercised like 4 times a week. That would be good for me, okay? I know that, but I don't do it. Who gives a fuck about being healthy?
Oh man, it's gonna be difficult if I have to cut this segment out. Because this is funny. But I may want to leave this segment out just because it would make it longer.
Ugh.
Decisions. All right, back to the main topic, I guess. Let's see.
So we both hated the guest.
No, I thought the guest was fine, although I might have missed something. I didn't hate the guest.
Skip to about 40 or 50 minutes in and just listen to how he talks. And if it doesn't irritate you, then I applaud you.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right, I'm going to do this right now. Let's screw it. Let's play a little clip.
Go ahead.
Okay, episode 4, Dick on Wrestling. Play the episode. Drag the bar over to about, all right, let's say 47:58.
And it was just like, and it was like, oh, he tested well, so I guess we're just gonna like give him his own show or whatever.
Yeah, and it's like, what's wrong with him? Oh, he just loves everyone and likes to be touched, and he's got to be in everybody's bit now.
Yeah,
and there's less Cookie Monster. Well, like the more Elmo there is, there's less of everybody else.
It's like the Simpsons Poochie of kids show characters.
Oh.
Like Chachi's the same way with Happy Days, where it's like whenever Elmo's not on screen, all the characters should be saying, "Where's Elmo?" or like, "Where's Chachi?" or whatever.
And
my gosh,
when I was
damn
a kid
it,
and I
Mumkey,
saw
why'd
this,
you
I remember being very
here?
little and just fucking hating Elmo every time he came on.
Oh
and
man, I
knew
do hear
that's
it
when I started
now.
to not like. So maybe I was growing up.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is pretty bad.
Yeah.
That is pretty bad. But I don't think I'm autistic enough to let it bother me that much. All right, so Mumkey has a bit of a point here. The guest does use a lot of verbal crutches. Damn it, like I just did. He uses a lot of verbal crutches. However, I thought he was still a pretty decent guest.
Yeah, other than that, I thought he was great. He was one of the better ones.
Okay. Did you vote him a rage?
I didn't vote.
Oh, okay, Mumkey.
I listen to these. I download these off of iTunes, put them on my iPod, and listen to them on my drive to school. So it's not like right in front of me. So I'm not thinking to vote after I listen to it.
Oh, that's why you don't have a girlfriend. You're gay.
Sure. Sure, I'll take that. I'll be gay.
That's the only explanation, seeing as you use iTunes and have an iPhone or
No, I have like an iPod Nano from like 2007. Like it's really old, but it's a good way to get my music in my car without burning a bunch of CDs.
All right, that's slightly fewer gay points than actually owning a current Apple product. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
much.
I have a Samsung Galaxy S4. Does that make me less gay?
Yeah, that makes you less gay. It does make you really obsolete, though, because...
Oh, man, I can't drop my phone in the toilet. Oh, what am I ever going to do?
Yeah, I love my new S7. I had the S4, too, and I still have it. I still have the old S4 as a backup, but I have this S7 now, and it's awesome. I can take it in the pool. I can use cardboard camera and take panoramic 3D images.
See, I can't even tell if you're being sarcastic or not, because all those things you're saying as upgrades are things that I don't give a fuck about because they're so stupid and pointless.
You mean because you never leave your basement?
Why would I want to take a 3D 360 panoramic fucking picture? When am I ever in a situation where I care that much about my surroundings that I want to capture them forever? I just take fucking normal pictures.
Virtual reality. Don't knock it till you tried it.
I'll save my $900 and just stick with my standard S4.
S4 is too old. You gotta upgrade soon.
You're thinking like an Apple fanboy right now. Like, oh, there's a new one coming out. We gotta buy it. It's gonna be better. It's fucking 1 millimeter thicker, man.
My S4 doesn't work very well anymore. I doubt yours does either.
I think it works fine.
I bet your battery doesn't last very long at all.
That's why I have 3 of them.
You have 3? Oh, okay. Yeah, I get that. That makes sense, actually.
Yeah, they're always charging on an external thing.
I did that with my phone that I had before the S4 and still have also. HTC Evo 4G.
Yeah.
And that worked out okay. So yeah, okay, fair point.
Mumkey wins again!
The S4 is still not that great of a phone, though.
Oh, fuck off.
It doesn't really perform all that well.
3 years ago, it was the best fucking phone on the market.
3 years ago, I was disappointed with it, too. Even the S7, I have some pretty serious issues with.
Here's what I use my phone for. I go on the internet. I go on Reddit. I go on 4chan. I use Facebook.
Lel.
I watch YouTube videos. And I send dick pics to random girls on Snapchat. That's all I use my phone for. I don't need anything more advanced than that, okay? It does what I need it to do.
Do you actually send dick pics on Snapchat?
You can add me if you want to find out.
I have you on there.
I'll send you a dick pic, dude.
You just went from really straight to really gay. Which one is it?
No, I've been really gay this whole time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Sending your dick to girls is not gay.
Yeah, gay guys send their dicks to girls, so that they can, just... No matter what your sexual orientation is, you still want people to tell you that your dick's big.
True, but you probably don't really know any girls.
If a guy told me my dick was big, I'd take that as a compliment. I don't care.
Okay, so you lied and you're actually sending your dick to other guys.
Yeah. Guys, girls, cats, dogs, I don't care.
I thought you hate dogs.
They can still look at my dick.
Okay.
You ever walk around your house naked and show off your boner to all your pets?
No, although I am naked right now.
Dude, me too. It's too fucking hot to do this with clothes on.
Yeah, I'm still sweating. Oh boy.
And to answer my own question, no, I've never done that. I was hoping you would admit to it though, because it'd be funny.
Yeah, I don't believe I've ever done that before.
I'm sure, if my guinea pig saw my dick, he'd be like, "Whoa, that's a pretty nice dick," and I'd be like, "Thanks, Fudge. It's pretty nice."
All right. Yeah, but you probably should get an upgrade so you can use the internet better than you could.
Fuck that.
On the S4.
I don't have $800 to throw away on a stupid fucking phone that can take 360 surround pictures. I don't give a shit.
I mean, wait until next year when the S8 is out. Get the S7.
Yeah, and then I'll spend $1,300 on that piece of shit. They all do the same basic shit.
No. I mean, wait until the S7 is cheaper, and then get the S7 and when it's old and lame.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Maybe I'll get it for a fucking Christmas present or some shit. Because I'm not spending my money on that.
Sounds legit.
Yo, mommy, give me a phone upgrade, please. And she'll be like, fuck you.
Take that, Mom!
Yeah. You want me to clean my room? Well, clean this, bitch! That's one of my favorite bits from that video. I love that one.
Yeah.
I like how by suicide bombing, I just turn into the World Trade Center exploding in the middle of my house.
Yeah.
That bit always gets me.
Oh, it was so good. And things like these are why I look forward to you actually making more actual Mumkey anime reviews.
Well, hey, you got my secret project coming pretty soon, and I think it's going to blow some people away.
So we've got more of a Mumkey ad than an actual review of Dick and Maddox here.
Of course.
This is hilarious.
Hey, if I still have more Patreon money than Maddox, then I deserve to be talked about more than he does.
That's true.
Clearly the people have spoken with their money.
Yep. Next point on Dick. Let's see. He read audience comments for the first time, and Mark did not do as well as Larry did. People are stupid, because Mark was way better than Larry. We found out that Mark got Dick on the Neil deGrasse Tyson hate train.
That's right.
They had that amazing roast of Neil deGrasse Tyson. And we had Sean with the zinger. He said that Neil deGrasse Tyson, insert clip here.
He's a fucking asshole.
I loved it when Sean said that. That was insanely funny. That was like so straightforward. I loved it. So that roast of Neil deGrasse Tyson was really funny. That went on for a good bit. And they talked about just all the a-hole stuff that Neil deGrasse Tyson does. Pretty great. I thought that was very enjoyable. And then they got to some hot goss. And we gotta love this hot goss. This seems like they're gonna have this every week. So I am super stoked about it.
You enjoy that a good portion of Dick's podcast every week is just talking about behind the scenes of the other podcast? Because I've seen in the Dick Show Facebook page, I've seen a lot of people complaining and hoping that it ends sooner than later so that the Dick Show can become its own thing for once.
All of you can go kill yourselves.
Okay. I mean, I was planning on doing that anyway, but was that related to what I just said, or is it just like a general, I should kill myself? Because, I mean, I don't disagree.
No. I'm not saying that you should kill yourself, because you personally need to give us more hilarious anime reviews.
Nah,
but...
I think I need to kill myself.
Or you can kill yourself, whatever. You do you. But
I'll live stream it to give everybody one last video.
No, man, but you gotta have your own day of retribution, man. You gotta kill those normies.
Nah, I don't want to actually hurt anybody. I only want to hurt myself.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Stage a peaceful version of the day of retribution.
See,
I don't know.
Here's where Elliot Rodger went wrong. He wrote up this long manifesto listing off all of the people who personally hurt him, and then he goes and kills random fucking people who never did anything personal to him at all. If I were him, I would have made a list of all the people who personally affected my life, all the people who actually literally bullied him, and get your revenge on them, not on random fucking people. Didn't even make any sense.
Yeah, that's true. I think he kind of really lost it towards the end there. Like he
didn't even kill fucking Sumaya. Like, even I was hoping he would kill Sumaya. He didn't do shit to her.
I was hoping he would kill his sister's boyfriend. He sounded like a scumbag.
Yeah, Elliot killed all the wrong people. That's where he went wrong.
Yeah, he should have killed Sumaya. He should have killed his sister's boyfriend. Maybe his sister, too. I don't know. The world might be better off without another hoe bag like her.
I think no, the sister was fine. The brother was fine. I don't know why he wanted to kill his little brother. That was too far.
Yeah, I mean, that just shows to me that his
dad and Sumaya, I mean, his dad to a lesser extent, his biggest issue was that he was never there for him. But Sumaya was a total bitch who actively tried to ruin his life. I don't advocate for anybody being actually physically harmed or killed. But from his point of view, I don't know how he missed the opportunity to kill her.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't want her to actually get killed if it can be helped, but I would probably rather she have been killed than just some random people who might not have been terrible people, for all we know.
For sure. If we could trade the 6 people who died for Sumaya, I think the world would be a better place.
Yeah, probably. Sumaya did sound like a really horrible person.
Yeah.
Elliot Rodger's mom and dad were like really bad parents, clearly.
Yeah.
But Sumaya was not just a bad parent. She was a bad parent on purpose instead of accidentally.
Yeah. She was a very selfish bitch.
Yep.
So the Dick Show.
All right. Now that we've plugged Mumkey's channels and talked about Elliot Rodger, back to Dick. We talked about Neil deGrasse Tyson and how, according to Sean,
he's a fucking asshole.
Which is pretty accurate. He does seem really pompous and annoying. And then they got to the hot goss. Okay, so the hot goss, it's getting real juicy, and they seem to be drawing it out.
Well, Dick is drawing it out. And he's asking people to guess what happened in the comments.
Do you have any guesses?
I don't think it's any just like one big thing. I think is I guess it might be one big thing. I think maybe Maddox wanted the show to be more focused on him because he saw that Dick was getting so popular. So maybe he wanted Dax to drop the Dick character to just be Dax, and Dick said, "Fuck that, that's retarded." So maybe that's could be one of the big things that caused the split. Because Maddox, not even character, like the actual guy, George himself, I think he was insanely jealous of how popular Dick was on the show compared to him.
Yeah, he definitely really seems to have absorbed too much of the online personality into his actual self.
Yeah.
All right, so the new hot goss, though, is stealing the subscribers, which we talked about in the previous review episode.
Right.
And so Dick agrees with Mumkey and Critic that was wrong of Madoff to do. Madoff blocked Dick on Twitter, which is absolutely crazy. And then Joey notes that you block people to piss them off, which is so true. You just do that to spite people. And Dick also adds the secondary reason that sometimes comes into play, which is that you do it so they can't see what you say.
Couldn't you just log out and then go look at what they're saying anyway?
Yeah, you can, which is why it's mainly for spite.
Yeah.
It's mainly for spite, like Joey said.
So why didn't Dick just log out?
He probably did. That's how he got the tweets later on.
He said people sent them to him.
Oh, well, okay. Dick is probably too lazy and or drunk to log out, I guess. Madoff said in an email to fans that he's hiding some kind of secret to Dick that would ruin him, and I think it's a load. How the fan even attained a reply on the Dick issue is far beyond me.
Yeah, that guy did more than anybody else has.
Yeah, a lot more. Maddox censors questions about Dick regularly, including a comment I made on YouTube, which I will probably pop up on the visuals for this video.
You're probably banned from his comments now.
No, I don't think Madoff would go that far because we are kind of homies, sort of, a little bit.
Have you talked to him before?
Yeah, I talk to him on every Twitch stream and
oh, really?
Occasionally on Snapchat too.
Oh, he replies to you on Snapchat?
Sometimes he does. Oftentimes he forgets though.
Oh, that's cool. I don't know if forgets is the right word. People send me snaps all the time that I don't reply to. I didn't forget. I just had nothing to say.
Yeah, or maybe he had nothing to say. That might be it too.
Like, nothing personal against you. It's just I can't reply to everybody, so...
Right, like if you have nothing to really add to it, you may just not reply in that case.
It's like, hey, I mean, I acknowledged it, I opened it, it's cool. But if I replied to you and I replied to everybody, my whole job, my whole life would be Snapchat.
Dick hates rehab and he doesn't think that it works. That's interesting. I wonder if Dick has ever been to rehab.
He's probably got a good point. I mean, it works for some people. I think he should have said it wouldn't work for me, for my type of personality. Because it does work for some people, but I think I'm in the same boat as Dick. I don't think it would work for me. I think if I'm going to fix something, I have the power in my brain to do it on my own without going through all that mumbo-jumbo hippie shit.
Well, you'd probably just kill yourself, unfortunately. Don't do drugs, Mumkey.
Probably going to do that anyway.
Don't do drugs and don't become an alcoholic. So that's another reason for you to stop doing the drinking thing.
I only drink to torture myself on cam.
That's one step closer to suicide. Don't do it, Mumkey.
Yeah,
don't do it.
I mean, I never do it off microphone, so I think I'm safe.
Oh boy, scaring your audience, Mumkey.
I think you're scaring more people by being so against legal drinking.
Legal drinking? Wait, you're...
I'm 21.
Uh-huh.
As of next week, I am.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, everybody, it's Mumkey's birthday. Get the word out. I want some happy birthday messages. And today's actually Grandma's birthday. I didn't tell anybody, but July 4th is Grandma's birthday.
Whoa, sweet.
Yeah, maybe next year I'll probably do a video for her.
Happy birthday to everyone's favorite waifu, Mumkey's grandma.
Yeah.
All right, that's pretty cool. Cool day to be born.
Yeah, I always tell her, wow, was it cool being born on the same day that the United States won its independence? As in, like, it was the same exact day she was born because she's so old. She doesn't think it's very funny.
Yeah, I imagine not.
Wow, Grandma, what was 1776 like?
Yeah. All right, so Dick said that nothing's being kept secret. Maddox has threatened to shut down the show multiple times before, which was a really interesting piece of hot goss. And
yeah. It'd be interesting when I re-listen to the whole show again down the line to see how often when Maddox yells, delete the podcast, like how often is he being genuine?
Oh gosh, yeah, he might actually be serious in some cases, maybe. Anyway, Dick says everyone he knows exactly what happened. He runs his mouth like crazy, and everyone would be better off if they just said what bothered them, which is true.
Sure, yeah.
He appears to be intent on drawing out the hot goss, which is awesome because new dirt every week is super exciting, and anyone who doesn't think so should kill themselves.
Do you think Maddox listens to the Dick show, like just like sweating bullets, worried about what Dick's gonna say about him?
Oh, I was thinking about that earlier today. I think that more likely than not, he probably does. I think he probably secretly listens to the Dick show.
So do you think he made like a secret Patreon account so that he could buy Dick's bonus episodes just because he has to listen and see if he gets mentioned?
I don't know. I think really the reason he made that Patreon is to just try to leech extra money off of dumb, gullible fans in order to just make more money, but he uses the excuse that he wants to get that Patreon money to make more videos, when in reality, he has so many subscribers that anytime he puts a video out, it is worth his while anyway.
You think so? You think he's making a lot of money off of his videos?
I think he's probably making a pretty decent amount of money off of his videos, yeah.
I mean, he only puts one out like once a month.
They're basically the replacement for his articles. The articles are now supplementary material for the YouTubes.
Honestly, I think the biggest problem was the main cash cow for Maddox. I don't think he's making a living off of his website or his YouTube videos. I mean, there's no way. It costs so much money to live in LA, and he's making probably less than minimum wage, right? I mean, one video a month.
Well, that's why he should put out more videos. It would be in his best interest to do so anyway, but instead he wants to make this excuse that he needs Patreon money to do so.
Or he should just not cancel his super famous podcast that gets millions of listeners every week.
Yeah, that would have helped a lot too.
If he would have made a Patreon for the podcast, he would have been set for life. All he had to do was keep up the persona, pretend to like Dick, and you never have to have a money problem again.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was a really bad move for him personally to cancel the podcast.
Yeah. Personally and professionally, as Dick would say.
Yes, correct. So
now can we go to Jihad, Jeremy?
New dirt every week. Sean passed the deleter baton to Maddox, says Dick. I love that line. Very funny. Dick said the things you can't talk about, the things that could be as bad as Maddox is making out whatever this thing is to be, are sexually assaulting someone or stealing money, and that Dick didn't do either one of those, but he may have sexually assaulted money every night. He also didn't cry during Finding Dory, and it kind of pissed him off.
Nah, he's a liar. I just saw that the other day, and I was crying.
Oh, really? Is it good?
I wouldn't waste your money on it. It feels more like a direct-to-DVD sequel, in my opinion.
So were you crying because emotional manipulation instead of crying because it was genuinely
the musical
sad?
Cues and like I wouldn't say the dialogue was generic, but it was like this was a line designed specifically to make people emotional rather than actually drive the story, that kind of stuff. But some of the stuff, I don't want to spoil it, but I mean, it's a kid's movie, who cares? Like when she actually gets reunited with her parents, it's pretty sad.
Oh, that's a spoiler, dude. What are you doing?
Did you really think the Pixar movie about finding your parents wasn't going to have the parents?
I don't know. Maybe they were dead or something.
That's heavily implied for much of the movie.
Interesting. All right, so like maybe see that one at the Dollar Theater?
Wait for the red box.
Okay. Yeah, send in your idea for what could have been that damaging to win a free t-shirt. I want to try to come up with something for that, but I still haven't got any ideas. But maybe I'll think of something eventually.
Maybe.
Joey stated that wrestling is a uniquely American art form, and Dick agreed with that. Dick compared himself to the Macho Man getting put out of a show and never mentioned again.
Yeah, I didn't know all that stuff about Randy Savage. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I
hope he did have sex with that guy's daughter.
I thought you might be about to say that, and if he did, bravo.
Yeah.
Nice score.
Yeah, that's great.
Stephanie McMahon is a pretty good-looking...
Oh, is she? I'll have to go do some research.
Yeah.
For scientific purposes only.
Mm-hmm. And I bet at whatever age she was at the time, she was a lot better looking than she is now, and
Let's
right
just
now
say
she's
18.
not too bad. Huh?
Let's say she was 18.
I don't know how old she was at the time.
Let's just say she was 18.
Oh, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
She was 18.
Yes,
sure.
Yes, definitely.
Macho Man Randy Savage wouldn't go for under 18.
Dick and his life coach right now probably are doing it big for the 4th of July, shooting blanks into the air.
That's right.
Sounds pretty good. Donald Trump is apparently in the Wrestling Hall of Fame. And connected to that, we heard Dick's literally epic vision of Donald Trump's inauguration.
That's right. That was the best part of either podcast this week.
Yes. Yes, it was. I loved that so much. And it included the vanquishing of Obama, which is vengeance for Elliot Rodger because he used Corey in the house to
don't even get me started.
That's right. Donald Trump will vanquish Obama, and Elliot Rodger can rest in peace after the menace that is Obama's conspiracy of Corey in the house has been laid to rest.
Laid to rest for life.
Rest in peace, superior gentleman.
Supreme gentleman, please.
Supreme gentleman.
He earned that title.
Mm-hmm. Elliot Rodger did nothing wrong. All right, let's see.
He didn't do nothing.
He mentioned the gay followers of Trump, and yes, Trump is more gay than any of the other presidential candidates. Did I say more gay or more pro-gay?
You said more gay.
He's less gay than any of the other presidential candidates, but he is more pro-gay than any of the other...
You think Trump's more pro-gay than Bernie Sanders?
Maybe not Sanders, I don't know. But he's lost, so screw him.
Well, I mean, the only other candidate is Hillary, so you might as well just say he's more pro-gay than Hillary is.
Donald Trump is more pro-gay than Hillary is. There you go. All right, Dick goes on to mention shit posting on Reddit on air. And by the way, Mumkey, you shouldn't be using Reddit or 4chan. You should be using 8chan and LibreChan, and especially LibreChan.net/Amco, the official forum of King Critic.
See, my thing is I like to use websites that actually have other users on it. So that's why I use Reddit and 4chan.
Oh, whatever. 8chan is still cucked, but it's much less cucked than 4chan, and it has just as many people.
I don't think so.
Go to it. Go to it. Prove me wrong.
I used to go to Infinity Chan, but then I just went back to 4chan. I never really followed Gamergate, so the whole 8chan thing wasn't really my style.
Never mind. This will take too long to debate in full. Okay. More chop and block fodder. All right. But I thought it was fun how Dick said the word shit posting.
Yeah, it's a great term.
Yeah, I love that term. All right. They talked about Joey Ryan, an indie wrestler who can own you with his dick.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see that.
Yeah, I kind of want to see that too. A guy who can actually
flip somebody over with his boner.
Yeah. Oh boy, that is an interesting one.
It reminds me of the Tenacious D Pick of Destiny movie.
Funny movie. What makes Joey Clifter rage? The texture of shellfish.
Yeah, that was a weak ass discussion.
Yeah, I like shellfish. I think shellfish is really good. So what if certain types of shellfish occasionally have a bad texture? Big deal.
Yeah, that's why I also don't think he was a rage, not just because he kept saying but because the things he brought in weren't very good.
According to Dick, fish in general is a ripoff because...
It's not filling.
Yeah, sometimes the cuts are not big enough. I actually recently was at Sh00s and I had some tilapia, and oh my gosh, yeah, it wasn't enough of a portion, and it was too spicy. Oh, if I'd only known it was going to be that spicy. So I really did not enjoy it at all, but I still ate it because I am not a weak bitch like the kind Maddox talks about in his video, Special Orders Are for Special Assholes. Lesson learned. Scott Baio makes him a rage too, which I thought was pretty funny.
That was another weak-ass argument.
It was kind of weak. Just oh, okay, he played the character Chachi. I would be more of a rage at the writers who put Chachi on the show.
Here's what makes me rage. People who complain about shows that were on 30 years ago. Who cares?
Yeah, that's a good point. So his problems were kind of eh. Maddox's show probably had the better problems this week.
Well, I mean, I think Brexit is inherently more interesting than Scott Baio.
But they did talk about Brexit on Dick, and we'll get to that. Before that, they got to that amazing Elmo rant, though.
Yeah, that was almost as good as the Trump rant.
Yeah, the Trump rant and the Elmo rant really made the Dick show this week. This was incredible stuff. Also, the Neil deGrasse Tyson roast at the beginning was pretty great, too.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, oh my gosh. Like, yes, I completely agree with that. Although, I'm going to play a little bit of devil's advocate here. See, I did really enjoy Elmo's World when I was like a little bitty kid, and Elmo's World was kind of like, I don't know if it was new or not, but I kind of liked it when I was a really little kid. It was kind of fun seeing whatever the heck Elmo was going to talk about this week.
The very first movie I ever saw in theaters was when I was like 2 or 3, and it was Elmo in Grouchland.
Elmo in Grouchland. Wow.
So I can't hate on Elmo too much because he was my first movie experience. And since I was 3, I probably ruined the experience for everyone else. So that's what makes me rage, is people who take tiny children to see a movie.
Yeah, that can be annoying sometimes for sure.
It's always annoying. It's never good. I went to see that Seth MacFarlane movie, A Million Ways to Die in the West, and somebody brought in like a 2-month-old baby.
Jesus!
Yeah, I sincerely hope that they crashed on the way home and that the baby survived but the parents died, because they don't deserve to be parents or to be alive.
Yeah, man, that could have been like the next baby Elliot Rodger.
I hope it is. I hope he fucking kills his parents.
As someone who will occasionally catch a Sesame Street episode nowadays, Elmo does hurt the show a lot. Elmo kind of is a big problem, actually. Indeed, he does take away from everyone else's screen time. He gets like 15 minutes, like 25% of the show for his stupid little Elmo's World segment that's really generic and repetitive. It doesn't need to be that way. Like, screw Elmo, get more Cookie Monster, please. So I like that. Although I don't completely hate Elmo, he's not the best. Oh, I thought it was also really funny that they called Mr. Noodle a pedophile.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay. Mr. Noodle is on Elmo's World. Elmo's World, he's like in this world that's drawn in crayon.
Do you watch a lot of kids' shows? Or is this just by accident?
I probably watch more kids' shows than the average person.
Oh, because the average person watches 0, so just inherently by watching any at all, you do.
I generally watch good kids shows for the older kids demographic, like Steven Universe,
like My Little
Star
Pony,
vs. the Forces of Evil,
like Elmo's World.
Mumkey, you got to get on this Western anime, dude. It's pretty legit stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like anything past season 3 of SpongeBob or Fairly Odd Parents, I don't want to watch because it's probably shit.
Oh, Mumkey, have you seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, Mumkey?
I watched that back when it first premiered. I think I was like 10 or 11. But then I stopped watching at some point and never got back into it.
Oh, so good. Legend of Korra sucked dick, but Last Airbender was awesome.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard that the movie was pretty good.
The Last Airbender movie?
Yeah, with M. Night Shyamalan.
No, that wasn't very good.
No, I heard it was great. It's like the best movie ever made. Do you think were people lying to me when they said that? Were they being sarcastic?
If you're serious and you're not being sarcastic right now, then yes, you have been very lied to.
Oh, man, I feel like such an idiot.
But in any event, Hot Goss, we already talked about that. Elmo, we talked about Elmo. We're almost there. Oh, right, Mr. Noodle. Mr. Noodle's a guy who...
I don't need to know.
Who cares, yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about Mr. Noodle, whatever. All right. Talked about Joey being straight edge, people asking him about his not drinking and being like apologetic for drinking in front of him and thinking that he's broken because he doesn't
No wonder
drink
why
more.
You like Joey so much, because he's so anti-drinking.
I mean, I'm not that anti-drinking, Monkey, but if you don't like the stuff, you shouldn't drink it.
But it's funny.
Oh, he does it for the lulz.
I do everything I do for the lulz. Every single thing in my life.
Mumkey commits suicide. He stands in purgatory. Why did you do it, Mumkey? I did it for the lulz. Yeah. I thought it would be funny.
I killed myself because it was funny. Because it was going to make people laugh. Like, oh, wow, he actually did it. I thought he was joking. That's great.
And it's especially funny, according to your video, if you do it in front of a train, because you're going to scar him for life. If you stand on top
of a tall building and use a gun, and the blood lands on the playground.
On the children.
Yeah, it's funny. And then you scar them for life, and then they'll kill themselves too.
Oh man, it's one big hilarious prank.
Yeah, it's just a prank, bro. It's a social experiment.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the suicide note. We'll just say it was just a prank, bro.
Yeah, there you go. All right, and then we got a dick. I don't know if you'd call this a dick tip. I'd call it probably dick knowledge. But holding some sort of drink in your hand apparently changes your personality and probably for the better.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So, like, that's cool. I hold drinks in my hand pretty frequently, like when I've got a delicious coffee on hand.
If I'm in a social situation and I don't know what to do with my hands, I'm going to be more preoccupied about that than I should be. So, like, to have something in your hand, I think will help your brain focus on other things. But maybe that's just my autism talking.
Yeah, I think I may seem a little more interesting when I'm taking a sip of coffee or something.
I mean, it certainly worked for Elliot Rodger. He was drinking a lot of lattes in his videos.
Oh, man, yeah. It somehow never gave him the thought that, hey, I could go up and actually talk to some of these girls instead of wanting them to go out of their way to notice me.
Well, the thing is, though, all his life he'd observed girls initiating with other guys, so he assumed that would also happen to him.
How do you infer this?
Because I read the audiobook.
I listened to your entire audiobook, though, and
yeah, when he was in middle school and high school, he always heard about guys bragging that girls were asking them out, and he would observe it and stuff. Yeah, so he's like, so that's how it works. And he's like, well, if it's not happening to me, then they must think I'm inferior to them.
Yeah, that's right. In middle school, he said that basically he saw the girls paying attention to a lot of the popular kids.
Right. So he assumed that's how it worked.
Which
he's right to some extent, but he's also very wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it kills me that he never just thought to actually just really go up and talk to some girls.
I think his confidence level was very telling when he was on his college campus and he said hello to a girl and she didn't say it back, and then he went and cried for over an hour in the bathroom.
Around what part of the audiobook was that?
It's either part 12 or 13. There's so many scenes, like I can see the movie of Elliot Rodger in my head. It would be like the darkest comedy because all the stuff is so funny, but it's also demented and twisted, and I can't wait to make this into a movie someday.
Follow your dreams, dream small. I thought that was a fun little thing they did near the end there. And now we get to talk about Sh00s. Let's do it. So Sh00s shows up as Jihad Jeremy, and for some reason, he is doing a pretty much anti-Islamic character, even though he is a PC SJW fag lord.
Yeah, it was very against what we normally associate with his ideals being.
Yeah, very odd.
And it wasn't really that funny.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as the video game segment on Maddox's show. This was, I think, more of the regular boring Sh00s that we've come to know and not love so much more recently.
I think when he has time to write things down, he's funnier, but this was more of an improvised thing, and it just didn't go very well.
Maybe.
Because for Tom Phillips, that was all scripted out and recorded and edited, and that's why it was funny. But here he's just improvising a stereotypical ISIS kind of guy, and it didn't come across as very funny.
Yeah, you know how I said last time that Sh00s would just shut up about his liberal bullcrap when he's on Dick? I called it. I called it completely. He totally swallowed it when he was on Dick's show. Because they were talking about Brexit, right? And he just he didn't give any of his super anti-Brexit bullcrap. Dick badmouthed everything that Sh00s believes in regarding Brexit. And Sh00s just took it because, as I predicted, he a bitch, and he totally doesn't have the balls.
If he wasn't doing a bit as a character, I'm sure we would have heard him give his honest opinion and argue with Dick.
For 2 sentences, and then he gets shot down and he's just shut up. Sh00s is not a rage. And Dick told him to take a hike when he declared jihad on Donald Trump, too.
Yeah, well, that was just funny.
Go, Dick, go. And Sh00s, of course, pretty much took it. So, haha.
Well, Asterios was in character, though. We can't really judge him on something like that.
Well, he would not be much better out of character. All right, so Joey finally trying to become the official Garfield Twitter. That's pretty funny. I wonder if he got it. Idea. I hope he gets it because he sounds really funny. In fact,
I think having the fun facts be like Garfield fact number 8. Garfield has a friend named Odie. Just really obvious stuff. I think that's really funny.
Hey, why don't you use Twitter, by the way, Mumkey?
I hate Twitter.
It's not nearly as bad as Reddit.
I'd rather use Reddit any day of the week. Reddit is where I go to get a lot of news stories and to witness people's discussion. Twitter, it would just be 140 characters of people just saying whatever shit was on their mind and talking about what they ate for lunch, and I don't really care.
Oh, a lot of Twitters are really good, though. You just gotta follow the good Twitters, man.
Or I could just type in reddit.com and see, all the news stories from around the world right there in front of my face without looking for them.
I found Stephanie McMahon on Twitter. Right now. Yeah, she still looks alright for her age.
How old is she?
Anyway.
Like 40?
Probably, yeah. Not nearly as hot as your grandma.
No, definitely not.
Alright, but here's one thing you get off of Mumkey Reddit. Here's one thing you get off of Reddit, Mumkey. False information, because you went to sleep at like 7 yesterday and you missed the Tim Chang stream. And on the Tim Chang stream, I got that hot goss. And Tim is not banned from the Dick Show at all whatsoever.
Oh, okay.
He's just too busy to be on the Dick Show. So whoever gave you that information is a dumbass.
Maybe he was just saying that to lie to you.
Maybe you shouldn't believe everything you read on a censored cuck site.
You really think that Tim Chang's is too busy to do a podcast with Dick for an hour?
Well, Tim is definitely kind of busy, but he probably isn't managing his time as best as he could. I know what that's like.
I mean, if he has time to sit there and stream with you guys, he has time to go do the podcast.
Well, he got a deal with Camcord. He got a deal with them, and so, he's probably getting some money for that streaming.
You don't think Dick would pay him?
Oh, I think Dick would pay him.
Oh, and Dick met his final Patreon goal, so he's going to get a hot broad to read the news.
Yeah, all right. Hot broads reading the news. Great.
Anyway, have we made it to the part where we decide which show is better this week?
Yes, we sure have. By the way, Dick's show, I think, was like an hour 12 minutes. So both shows were significantly longer. Yeah, so great week. Episode 4 week was a great week for these podcasts. Both were good. And now we decide which one was better.
Well, I have my answer.
Well, Mumkey, I don't know if the guest on Dick ruined it for you enough to make Maddox pull ahead, but I think that even considering maybe some flaws in the guest on Dick and the fact that Maddox had a really good showing this time, I still would probably give it to Dick because it was too funny listening to the roast of Neil deGrasse Tyson and the inauguration of Trump and hating on Elmo.
Okay.
But what do you think?
I think that Dick's show definitely had the funniest bits. I think it had higher peaks than Maddox's show. However, I think Maddox's show was more consistent. It was more of a solid episode throughout, whereas Dick's show, it had a lot of really, really high peaks, but overall, I think the guest did make it almost unlistenable for a lot of it, and a lot of the guests' problems he brought in were insignificant and uninteresting. So I would say Maddox had the more interesting, better show this week. But this is your show, so you get to pick who wins each week. I'm just here to give you my little input.
Yeah, I'm slightly considering a tie. I wonder if I can give a tie. I probably can give a tie.
You can give a tie. It's your show.
But I'm trying to choose between Dick and a tie.
Hey, if you want to keep your integrity, I'd say just pick Dick.
Dick had a bonus episode, though, which we...
Well, that's this week, though. That's week 5.
Oh, that does count for week 5. You're right.
Yeah, we're on week 4.
Okay, this is actually a pretty tough decision. Indeed, Maddox was more consistent. However, the highs of the Dick show were higher than the highs of the Maddox show.
Yeah, for sure. I think the Trump rant was the best thing we've heard from either podcast so far in total. it was the highest high of this entire experience thus far.
Yes, indeed it was. All right. I think Madoff is probably going to get BTFO in week 5. So, in the interest of keeping it competitive, let's make it a tie.
Okay.
1 point goes to each show, which puts Dick at 3 and Maddox at 2. Because really, Maddox well earned a point. If you think about it, both of them really deserve a point this week because they both put out a really quality product this time.
Sure, yeah, I agree.
Oh, yeah.
You need to go out and find a girlfriend before 4th of July ends.
Oh, crap. Dang it.